Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you guys a quick garden update. It's been a few weeks since I did the last one and there has been a lot of progress. As you can tell, for some reason this is the plant that they like to eat, so I just left it here hoping that they will just continue to eat this one and leave the rest of my plants alone. And my little baby basil is coming in, as you can see there. And then over here the lemon thyme is nice and healthy. The rosemary is nice and healthy. And then right here you got the poppy plant. But I don't think my poppy flower is going to come in because it doesn't like hot weather, and right now it's hot, so it might die. Plant some more next year. And then right here you can see that's the green beans that I planted, and you can see that they're starting to get something on there. And then down here these are the regular cucumbers. So these are like the salad cucumbers. They died because we got a frost when I planted them in the garden in April, so I had to replant them. So that's why they are really small. If y'all are wondering about this, I had went on a vacation a few weeks ago and I had to figure out a way to water my plants. So I brought these little like ketchup and mustard things from the dollar store, put water in there, pushed them into the dirt and crossed my fingers, and it actually worked. And I did it with this container too. And down here is the Bright Light Swiss chard. I think I dropped too many seeds in because it's like really bunched up. So we'll find out about that later on. I'll say in another month or so. Over here are the collards, which usually would have stopped growing by now, but I guess that this part of my yard is not as bright, so it did not go to flower, which is really good. But as you can see, something is eating this still. I can cut off a lot of the damaged leaves, but I haven't been out here treating it. So when you don't treat your garden for pests, when you know that the pests are going to come, this is what you end up with. I pulled out a lot of the spinach. I pulled out the lettuces. All of that stuff had went to seed. They were literally like 3 feet tall. So I pulled them out. Over here, this is my cabbage. The cabbage is coming in really good and full. So the cabbage is perfectly fine. So I feel like the insects, it seems like they like to eat the collards over the cabbage. Back here is the rest of the red Russian. It's kind of like dying out. I think it's probably about that time to try to plant another one, because you want a succession sow. So once your plants get about half the size, like halfway mature, you want to plant another seed so that when you eat that one, then you will have another harvest coming in soon. Curly kale. If you are a first-time gardener, I would say do curly kale. Insects don't really like it. They don't really mess with it. It will last for a long time. You don't have to do too much maintenance or too much spraying. If you're going to do collards, if you're going to do like the flatter type of kales, then you're going to have to definitely have a pest plan. Over here, these are the cucumbers that are for pickling. So these are the national pickling cucumbers. These ones died as well, and I regrew these ones. But this time I planted them directly into the pot. I did not start these inside. So they look really well because cucumbers do not let their roots mess with. So if I would have planted them in the house, it would have been a strong chance they probably would have died again. Over here, as you can see, here goes my potatoes. The potatoes are nice and healthy. You know when your potatoes are done because all of this up here will die back. It will get brown and raggedy looking, and then I'll know that it's time to pull them. So that'll probably won't be for a while because as you can see, it's still growing. And then I'm so proud of this. Look at my strawberry patch, guys. Look at all the strawberries that's in here. All through here, strawberries. All through here, strawberries. A few of them did go bad because you know if they sit on wet dirt, they will rot. So you go more strawberries in there. So there's a lot of strawberries in here, guys. You can see some more coming in. Up underneath here, you got some more coming in. And I did the same thing with the water, and then I used my water globe as well. These water globes do not work as well because when I came back off of vacation, there was still water in them, but my plants, some of the plants look dried. So for some reason, it was not sucking the water out of these like they claimed that they do. my little light up hummingbird. And this is funny, as you guys can see, I don't know if you can see, but behind me, behind my strawberries, inside the same pot, I planted marigolds around the top. The marigolds are supposed to repel pests. Only thing is, I didn't pay attention to the packet. The marigolds that I got were the giant marigolds. So look how big these are. These marigolds are literally, they're gonna grow to get 3 to 4 feet tall. I thought I got the small ones, like the African marigolds, but I didn't. So as you can see, they're finally right here starting to put on a bud right there. So I'll have flowers on the top of these soon. They're just massively huge. Like, look how big they got. Then I'm gonna go over here to my squash. I put in 2 squash plants just to make sure that they will grow, because squash is another plant that doesn't like to be messed with. It will die if you mess with its roots or move it around. So I put 2 in here, and then both of them just ended up growing at the same time, and I don't want to pull one out because I think that their roots may have entwined. But if you look right here, I have my summer squash right there. If you can see, because of the cage, there's another summer squash. Oh, it's kind of pointy, like they're kind of prickly. Another summer squash right there, so they're coming in. And right here, this is the beautiful spearmint. No, that's peppermint, I'm sorry. This is spearmint. Some more red Russian kale. The onions are doing really well. That's the onions right here. And if you look down here, you can see that the bulbs, you can see that they're doing well. And you'll know when these are done, because all of this will die back too. And I know that'll be time to pull that out. And my lavender is just beautiful. If you could be here and smell it, it smells so good. And this was one small plant, and look how big it got. Down here we have a different type of mint. This is just regular mint. So I have mint, I have peppermint, and I have spearmint. More curly kale, because this is like the best variety. If you don't want to just be having to keep spraying and checking and all that, you can pretty much just let that grow. A lot of insects don't really mess with it. And right here is the grand finale. This is the mama. This is a beefsteak tomato. I've never grown a full-size tomato before. So this is the first one. This tomato is supposed to get this big. That's what I got, the big beefsteak tomato. That's the one that this is. And if you guys look all the way back, let me put this in here. If you guys look all the way in the back right here, you see that the beefsteaks are coming in. I got one right here, and then I have one back there, one more back there. So it's coming in. Another one. Where is it? Right here. So those are going to be huge. You see my little stakes that I made, but this plant is so big, I'm going to probably have to put in some 6-foot stakes to hold it, because if we get a bad windstorm, it could break, and I don't want that to happen. Then over here, we got my sugar snap peas. Now, this is what happened. These, I picked them before I went on vacation, came back, and literally, they grew back. Peas grow really fast. They got giant. Look how big these are. Like, I don't even know if these are going to be edible, because they're really hard and big, and I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to test it out, try to boil one, saute one, bake one, and see which one comes out the best, and then that's how I'll cook all the rest of them, because there's just so many on here. Like, just so many. I don't know what to do. Like, these ones are still edible, probably. They're not going to be as hard, but these are really hard, so I'm not sure what to do. And if you leave stuff on a plant for too long, the plant will stop producing, because it thinks that, oh, you already got enough. So if you wanted to keep producing, you have to continue to pick. So I'm going to pick all of these off, and then I'll have probably some more flowers soon. Down here is my little grow box, but it just looks a big mess right now because everything is so huge. I have to take them out. These are my patio hybrid, which is these patio hybrid tomatoes. And these ones, I love these ones. They taste so good. And as you can see, I have some coming in. And literally, once tomatoes are like green like this, literally like a day or two, they're going to be coming. Like, they're going to keep coming. So These grow really fast, and these are determinate, so it's only going to get about no taller than about 3 to 4 feet at the tallest, but usually about 3 feet because of the type of container I have them in. And you can see I got more right there, and some more tomatoes coming in right here. Back here you see I got my peppers. I don't have any of the peppers, have not came in yet. The basil is right here, which has gotten absolutely gigantic. That basil is huge. If you guys can see how big this basil is, it's 2 of them. And these were started from seed as well. This is my homestead tomato. Excuse my finger, guys. This one was started by seed, but as you can see, it has its flowers. I haven't given me any tomatoes yet. Then we go over here. Now this is some lettuce, okay? Look how big this lettuce is. I'm hoping that the flavor of it did not change, because you know the hotter that it gets, lettuce will tend to lose its flavor or get a bitter taste. So usually in the summertime, lettuce will go to seed. So I'm not sure. I got to taste some, and hopefully it's still good. And then I will make like a really big salad, probably some lettuce wraps and stuff like that. Behind it are my jalapenos, which you can see they're already on the plant. I have a lot of jalapenos on here. Jalapenos is one of those plants. Look, it's another one down there, down here. Jalapenos are one of the plants that literally can really go through a lot of stuff. Jalapenos, they don't need a lot of attention. Insects don't really bother them. They don't need a lot of water. So like, that's the perfect plant if you want to be lazy. And excuse my 1800 bottle, because I had to use what I had to use because I had to go on vacation, and it worked out fine. Right here is some kohlrabi that I planted. You can see the kohlrabi has come up. Even though the kohlrabi is technically not a summer plant, I planted it anyway just to see, because everybody's area that they live in is different. And I thought that maybe with the peppers in the back and then the big thing of lettuce, that it would get some shade so it wouldn't get that hot. So right now it's growing, so I might get something. Then right here I have 2 winter squash plants, and these are gonna make like the little baby looking pumpkins and the gourds and stuff that you see around October. That is the type of squash that this is going to make, which is a winter squash. But winter squash does not mean that it grows in the winter. Winter squash is called winter squash because you can store it over the winter. It can store throughout the winter because you let it go and the rind gets very, very hard. And you can store it in like a cool, dark place for the whole entire winter and eat off of it. So that's why they call it winter squash. This is the suspect plant. To me, it looks like it's potentially either a cucumber or a watermelon, but I'm not sure yet. Right here is my cat grass that I got from my cat. He actually did eat some, but I'm like, okay, now I got to take it out the box and put it in a little pot and see if he'll eat it, because he can't get all the way up here. If you see how hot this is, he's not going to jump up there because he knows that he would get in trouble. And over here, I believe that this is another either cucumber or another squash. This one is coming in really well. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's coming in. I got one coming in right there. These are yellow banana peppers. When they're gonna look like this. They're gonna be big, sweet banana hybrid peppers. So as you can see, I got one coming in right there. Put this back in. But I just love these. And like once my tomatoes come in, I'm gonna be able to make salsa and all that stuff. Oh, I'm forgetting to show you guys. Sorry. Over here, look how beautiful this lavender has come out. The lavender I grew, it was like barely alive, and it went through frost, it went through cold, and now it smells super strong, and it is making its way into like a massive lavender plant. So can't wait for that to get done. I plan on drying some of this out and putting it into different soaps and scrubs and stuff maybe. And then this is my grand finale I'm so proud of, is my watermelon. The watermelon, I did not know if it was going to work, if it was going to take it. And as you guys can see, if you look on the end, you can see these are the little buds from the watermelon. You can see here goes the vine. There go the little watermelon flowers. So watermelons are going to be growing where you see these flowers at. So I should have little baby melons soon. Only thing is, like, it's trailing off onto the ground. So I'm going to have to figure that out, where I'm going to put it, because I don't really want them laying on the ground because of insects. Then over here, guys, is, I was working on it before. I was like, let me film this before I pull out everything. I'm pulling out all of my lettuce. All of my baby lettuce, as you can tell, it went to seed. So this is what lettuce looks like when it goes to seed. If you look, these are the lettuce seed pods. You can let these dry out and then rub them like inside of a paper towel, and you can save them and plant it next year. But this is a lettuce that went to seed, a baby lettuce. So I'm just gonna finish pulling all this stuff out, like when I get done with this video. It's hard to do stuff with one hand. Sorry for my crappy filming. And if you guys take a look, these are the rainbow carrots. Now, rainbow carrots take forever. They take 67 to 72 days. They had a slow start, but if you look down in there, let me see if I can get y'all a good sight. You look down in there, you can see the rainbow carrots are actually, let me see, it's not clearing up. Sorry for it being so blurry, but if you look at it, you can actually see that the carrots are coming out of the ground. I don't think they're ready yet. I'm going to give them a little bit more time, but let's pull one out and see. I pulled one out. That's what I got. See, it's not completely ready, but it's cute. Like, this is my first successful carrot. I've tried to grow carrots before in the past, and they get eaten before, or they come out like really, really tiny. So this is actually a win that I actually got a piece of carrot. I'm going to leave the rest of these carrots in because I feel like that they have more time. And these are actually rainbow carrots, so they're going to be all different colors, so that'll be fun. And this is just another angle, guys, of the squash, if you want to see that it's growing. And then there goes another squash, and so it's doing really well. And squash plants tend to have a lot of issues. And even in the back, you can see like there's a lot of strawberries that's still coming in. If I go through here, you can see that the white ones, like there's so many strawberries in this thing. Like, I'm really proud of this. But I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my strawberries in a planting tower, because I think that that is a better idea. Then we go over here to the chamomile, which finally grew. Like, this is all I have so far, but I'm happy. It's better than what I had at first. But this is the chamomile. And as you know, chamomile is really good for making tea. It's really good to put in soap. It's good for like skin cleansing and stuff like that. So I plan on using this chamomile to probably make my own tea, because you know you can eat lavender, you can eat chamomile, you can make a tea out of it with like my mint, my chamomile, my lavender. It's gonna be good. And this is another plant that I had of the collard, I believe. I'm not sure if this is the collard or if this is the cabbage. They look very, very similar until they get a certain size. So let me put my little carrot down. I'm too proud of this. I'm just too proud. Don't pay this any mind. That's just dirt and water. You know, it just poured down raining. But let's see this. These are the radishes. Remember the last time I had the radishes, guys? These are the French breakfast radishes. The last time I got a cherry bell radish, they did not grow because I planted them too close together. So this time around, I really took the time to space these out. And look at this. Look at all the radishes that's in there, guys. And just the radishes. So let's harvest these. Or at least harvest some of them. I'll probably leave a few for my niece and nephew. I'm gonna just gonna harvest like one or two of them, because I want to leave like one or two for my I want to leave the rest for, let my niece and nephew help me tomorrow. But these are breakfast radishes. They usually get a little bit longer than this, but I think that I still kind of planted them too close, and I don't think I planted them deep enough. So that's the issue. Like, when I planted these, I didn't plant the seed like deep enough, and when I seen it sticking out of the ground, I should have put some more dirt, because I've seen a lot of people on YouTube grow these, and mine is a little bit shorter than theirs, but these are not supposed to be big giant radishes. So this is something that you can grow fast. I planted this on, what was it, May 20th? Yeah, May 20th I planted these, and I probably could have picked them. They've been sticking out of the ground like that for almost a week. So they only take about 20 to 25 days to grow straight from seed. So I'll probably pull these out tomorrow and then start something else in this container. Maybe some more carrots and some more radishes. And the radish greens are actually edible too. So I'm thinking about putting these inside of my juicer. But I'm not sure yet, because radishes are kind of new to me. But I'm just so psyched. So look, we have a little radish. I got my carrot. The carrot, I'm not sure. Like, carrots do not always grow as perfect as you see them in the grocery store. They do a lot to make them grow that way. But you will have some funky looking carrots if you plant carrots. Don't expect your vegetables to look exactly like the grocery store, because you are not using the same stuff that they're using. So remember that. Don't be discouraged. And then over here, I just gotta pick some of these. They're giant. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet, but I want this plant to start producing. Dag, this one won't come on. Let me sit this down, guys. I want this plant to continue to start producing. And like I said, if you leave all of these vegetables on there, the plant is gonna think, oh, I don't need to make anything, I'm good, I'm making too much. So you want to make sure. This is really hard, guys, with one finger to do this. Seriously, I really need a camera person, or I should have brought the tripod, but I didn't, because I didn't think like, oh, I thought to myself, oh, the tripod may fall over. And here goes one that I broke open so you guys can see. Look how big the bean is in the inside. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but they're kind of rough, tough, like way tougher than sugar snap peas should be, because I let them get too big. So what I'll probably do is I might put this into a stew, or I might try to pickle these and see what they taste like. I've never had pickled snap peas, but there's a time and a place for everything, because I'm not just going to throw these in the trash. So I broke another one. Look, that's how hard they are. They're like bricks. I was trying to get the little harvest on the thing for you guys so you guys could see me harvest all of them, but it's like I need to get better hands. So let me try my dominant hand, which is my right hand, because I'm right-handed. But you guys see, like, look how big. I just can't get over this. How big these are. And usually I try to like twist them like that. Twist them like this. Right off. And twist it. A lot of times I would be using my garden shears, but I can't use garden shears right now, because I gotta hold the phone. I did ask my boyfriend to be the camera person, and he went to go do something. I just said, never mind, I'll do it, because I keep bothering him and then changing my mind on when I want to film it. So I want you guys to see this. Woo! Just put all of them out there. And later on, well, probably not later on, because we're getting seafood tonight. I'm excited. But later on, I will probably, or tomorrow or something, I probably will be picking some of these peppers, picking the lettuce, because a lot of times lettuce should be done around the summertime. But this lettuce I planted late, and I feel like it doesn't get as much sun as where my other lettuce was. So I feel like that's why this lettuce didn't go to seed. And this is also a different variety. So they say that lettuce changes its flavor depending on the humidity. So I'm gonna taste a piece, guys. Let me get a fresh baby leaf from the middle. And by the way, don't pick your plants from the middle. Pick the leaves from the outside. I'm only picking it from the middle because they're smaller. So this little leaf I got, it smells It smells very grassy, okay? So I don't know if this is going to taste good. I hope it does, because who wants to throw away all of this lettuce? And I wish I had a rabbit and I don't, okay? Yep, it's done. Okay, the lettuce has to come out, man. It's sad. I should have knew it. I tried, but it has a really bad taste. It oh, once it gets too hot, it changes flavor. So all of this lettuce, I am probably gonna pull out, but I might just leave it in here because it's shading my kohlrabi, and so I might just leave it in here so it can keep shading my kohlrabi, so I can see what happens with that. And banana pepper should be here soon. So guys, thank you for checking out my channel again. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them in the description, and I will be back with another video.